Hi friends, welcome back to Psychiatry Talks. If you like my videos, please subscribe to my channel and share my videos so that more people can benefit out of it. Today's topic is treatment of depression. Before going to treatment of depression per se, it is my duty to clear some commonly held misconceptions. First one is that psychiatric medications will make me sleepy. Well, some of the antidepressants do help in a person to become calm and make him fall sleepy. As I said in my previous video, it is beneficial in most of the cases because in depression people have sleep disturbance. However, when the situation demands for it or when the person does not wish to fall sleepy, we have other classes of antidepressants which will not have the side effect of falling sleepy. In fact, some of the antidepressants may also be activating and make a person feel more energetic, in fact. Second commonly held misconception is that I will get addicted to antidepressants. Well, this is not true. When a person suddenly stops any antidepressant, it is common to have something called as withdrawal syndrome, where a person may feel irritability, headache, and all that. However, when the person gets better and the psychiatrist decides to stop it, when the psychiatrist tapers down and stop it, this does not happen very often. One more misconception is that when I go to a psychiatrist and he starts me on any particular medication, that I would have to take it lifelong. Well, it is not true, especially in the case of depression. Usually, when we prescribe antidepressants, it will be giving it for around 1 year or so, unless there are some other indications where we would like to continue it further. One more commonly held misconception is that if I go to a psychiatrist, they will give me shock treatment. Well, it is very sad. Such a conception is glorified by most of our movies. Shock treatment, which is actually called as electroconvulsive therapy, it is actually a very beautiful tool. It is very effective when it is used in proper indications. It may even be life-saving, in fact, when used judiciously. Just do not have the misconception that psychiatrists will use it for each and every person. It is used only when there are clear cut scientific indications. One more misconception is that psychiatric medications have too many side effects. Well, any medication that you take does have one or two side effects. Some may have more. So we can always discuss, the doctor and patient can discuss and then see which medication best suits the person, and then you can come to a conclusion regarding it. Now, coming to treatment of depression per se, we have different options to treat depression as the science has advanced in this field. First option is, medications. They are called antidepressants. We have various classes of antidepressants. There are many new drugs coming up which have, very less side effects and, more beneficial effects. That is first option, that is drugs. We will have a patient profile, based on the symptoms, based on their age, gender, and whatnot. So what we do is we match the patient profile with the drug profile so that maximum benefit can be got out of it. Second options available to treat depression is something called psychotherapy, commonly called counseling. There are many psychotherapeutic techniques. There are very scientific methods, which have been tested and which have been proved to be very useful in treating depression. First commonly used therapy is something called as cognitive behavioral therapy. It's called CBT. It believes in the principle that our thoughts lead to emotions. These emotions lead to our behavior, and this behavior in turn reinforce our thoughts. So in CBT, we aim to change the behavior and thoughts. Second commonly practiced psychotherapy method for depression is something called as interpersonal psychotherapy. Here we deal with some interpersonal areas like, say, any change in the role, any fight between two related people, any interpersonal deficits like in the skills, like for example, how to negotiate, how to say no, how to talk, wait for your turn, etc. Third commonly used psychotherapy is something called as mindfulness-based therapies. Here, the main principle is kind of being mindful. Being mindful means just being in the present, feeling all the emotions, not judging what's happening and all that. There are many more psychotherapeutic options. I'll not be covering all of them in this video. Third options available for treating depression is something called brain stimulation methods. In this comes electroconvulsive therapy, which I had already told earlier. When there is proper scientific indication, it can be a very useful tool. Then comes something known as repetitive transcranial magnetic stimulation, shortly called RTMS. Here, a magnetic field is used, to treat depression. Even here, there are some indications where when we use it along with medications, there can be benefits. In this video, I have tried to cover most of the treatment options available for depression in a very simple way. If you have any doubts, please feel free to share them in the comment box. I will reply to them. Or you can mail them to me. I'll be sharing my email ID in this slide. Again, if you like my video, please subscribe and share it so it can reach more people. Thank you. Have a great day.